There's this myth that you have to go inward to find truth.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Viral entrepreneur and vlogger Tai Lopez is living evidence that we should never stop doing our best.
Seek to make your life long and its purpose in the service of your people.
Let's hear some talks where he goes into more detail. Lopez says that he would never trade lives with anyone because he loves who he is and how he lives his life.
Love your life, perfect your life, beautify all things in your life.
He has optimized himself for 4 central pillars: health, wealth, love, and happiness, and feels this is what success means. As we pursue a specific field, we should find mentors who we can learn from and eventually supplant. Why wouldn't we want to learn from the best and how to be the best? We should take time to reflect on life and what has brought us to where we are now. Only by going out and actually doing what we promise ourselves we'll do will we ever start becoming successful. It sounds obvious, but sometimes we delude ourselves into thinking things are impossible to accomplish. Lopez even offers courses and holds group meetings about becoming the best version of ourselves.
Most important thing you could ever learn, we're here talking in my kitchen late at night. If I could go back in time and learn one thing, I'm gonna tell it to you right now. It's this: you can only pick one thing that you want out of life, and if you pick the wrong thing, you'll never really be successful. The worst thing in life is to get older and realize you got good at the wrong thing. And I see people that are very wealthy, but I don't admire them. I live here in Beverly Hills, there's billionaires all up and down the street. Doesn't mean I would trade lives for them. In fact, the best test is, I call it the exchange test. Would you trade lives? And the reason that almost anybody I meet, I wouldn't trade lives for them, it's not because they're not smart, it's not because they're not good people. It's because, one simple thing, they're optimizing for the wrong thing. So let's say you say, I want to be an entrepreneur. That's not something you should optimize for. That's ridiculous. Here's why. You have one life. Maybe we go to heaven or hell after, maybe there's an afterlife, maybe they're happy. If you optimize for an entrepreneur, what about love? What about happiness? I know miserable entrepreneurs that are fat, out of shape. I don't want to be them.
Everybody wants the good life, but not everybody gets the good life, right? Imagine for a second, if right now, today, how much more successful would you be? But the truth he was saying is you have to go outward. If you can download the consciousness, the mindset of people who have gone before you, the smartest, the wisest, the most intelligent, the most experienced people, then you will get what you want. Is the biggest predictor of the success that you will have in life. As Picasso said, good artists copy, but great artists steal. And I looked around and it's interesting. You should divide up your life and spend 33% of your time around people lower than you. You can mentor them, you can help them, and they'll help you back by making you feel good about yourself, right? It's good to know somebody's doing worse than you, right? Don't be afraid to go to the top. In-person mentors are amazing, and you can get. Everybody wants the good life, but not everybody's willing to follow these rules. You must follow these rules. You see, everybody wants the good life, but not everybody's willing to be humble like Sam Walton was. You have to be humble.
I've optimized for like adventure. And so there was a point in my life, I had an okay upbringing, but my dad was in prison when I was born. My mom was married and divorced a few times and a lot of conflict. And at some point in my life, I picked up this book called Amish Society by Hostetler, this professor. And I was fascinated. I was like, these people, these Amish people, have something that no one else in the United States and really the world has. And I was like, I'm gonna try an adventure. You kind of get it. I feel like most people don't get what life is. Like, think about it. It's like, what is life? Like, why are we driven with some basic instincts? What's the purpose, you know? I like evolutionary psychology. So all these things have kind of led me down this bizarre place, and here I am with you. Happiness is like soup. It's like, if you make chicken noodle soup, but you forget the chicken, it's not chicken noodle soup. If you forget to put the broth in, it's just chicken and noodles. If you forget the noodles. So that's what I mean. Like, happiness is a compilation of a whole bunch of stuff you do right.
I will transform myself. No, you need people. And then when you go to that Wednesday group, it's a smaller group, and you need people. And you will never overcome procrastination any other way. Well, you can completely obliterate. Procrastination is a habit like drinking. You can get out. I just did this thing with Odell Beckham Jr. You guys like football?
He was over at my house. I did an interview with him. The most fascinating thing he said he used to really suffer from procrastination. This is one of the best pro football players of our time. And he's like, and I was like, what'd you do? He's like, oh, I fixed it. So I got a new way to do it that I can almost work with you guys every day, virtually, from wherever you live in the world. I'm not gonna promise I'm gonna pop in every day, but I've got a way to do a group, to do live calls, to do things that we can basically, and I'm gonna do it for 3 months again. So I got a way to do that with technology now. That's the one good thing about technology. I can pretty much, and I've been doing it more complicated where I needed a big setup and a rig and all that. I now just know how to do it just on my phone. I can just go live every so often.
Well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and consider subscribing for more motivational videos.